I'm a very freedom-oriented person. I really want to not be fettered down by obligation. That was really patriotic and cheesy, but that's like a key word of like how I like to live. I really want to live in the moment and not be fettered down by obligation. My name is Cruz. I am freshly 21, very fresh. I am a policy studies major, and I'll just say I was born and raised in Texas. Town is inconsistent, but Texas is the central theme. I'm the treasurer of College Republicans. I'm the lawyer of this organization. It's weird to use this word on the Republican side, but we are literally a safe space, so to speak. Just a group of friends who think in a similar way and generally want to help other Republicans get elected and just engage in the political scene. I don't really care about most consequences of whatever action may come. I'm a mirror. If they want to be vitriolic, then I'm just going to be like even worse. Like if they say I'm evil, I'm going to be like, yeah, and I'm coming for you. But if they're like reasonable, if they're normal, then I'm going to like talk how I am right now, at least a little bit, maybe a little bit more diet, frankly.
I want to say freedom is the ability to do whatever you want when you want, but at the same time, you can't do that. There are still laws in place. Um, my name is Lily. I'm from Rochester, New York, not too far from Syracuse. I'm a political science major, and I'm 18 years old. I am a part of the Pride Union, which is great. I highly recommend it to anyone because most events are open to anyone, any sexual orientation, and it's a great time. And sometimes there's free food, which is also amazing. I feel like I often come across to people as like usually very quiet, unless it's like a more of a hangout situation. I often will just more sit in the back and like see how everyone else is interacting. I can also come off as very loud depending on like if I have my friends with me or what's happening already, because I will be a very confrontational person when the circumstances like need it. Very willing to like be like, hey, there's a problem here. We need to fix this. How can we fix this?
I don't want to start a problem. I don't want to like make anything uncomfortable. I can read the room. I can describe when something probably isn't justified to do, but I'm also probably the first person to like get sassy at the drop of a pin. I don't even know if it has a name. It's just, I just remember it as the place with the slush puppy sign. And like the cranky guy and then a big dog. His dog is huge.
Oh, it's the one in like the middle of Marshall Street, right?
Yeah, does it have a name?
I do not know.
This is such a nice building.
Yes,
It sucks
it
that I
is.
don't go to school here.
Yeah.
Though I wouldn't trade my
Or it's that one. It goes
I
that way.
wouldn't trade my academic interests for a nice building. Unless that building is a house to live in. Mm-hmm. But I already have that made. Like, whenever people ask, what's your favorite? I don't know why people ask what's your favorite bread. I'm not English. I tell them I like sourdough because I like a little bit of crunch.
Mm-hmm. That's reasonable.
You know, I know I hate croissants. I hate that stuff. Do you eat that?
I'll eat a croissant, but that's just because I took French for 6 years. And so it's like a part that I have to do.
It's a part? You're doing your part
Yes.
to advocate for French cuisine and etiquette? Rye would win if that happened.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm gonna bake sourdough extra crispy so you can't like punch through it. Or rye bread can't punch through it.
But if you make it extra crispy, would it even be easier to break?
Well, it's not brittle. Have you ever tried to bite into a crunchy sourdough?
Maybe if you burn the sourdough.
Like burn the sourdough. Well, that might turn it brittle.
Oh, true.
We're not gonna be burning sourdough. That means he loses.
True. I definitely think that like the introduction of social media and things like that have changed how we interact with each other. Of course, it's gonna affect our communication skills, but I don't think, like, we're fully lacking in them, but I don't know if we're fully proficient in them either. It's very strange, and I feel like it really depends on the person or who you're talking to.
It's fairly obvious. Like I'm not like not to sound like bootstraps boomer here, but it's like fairly obvious that like this generation is definitely weaker. Like why are people getting classes off because of election results? I know at my roommates' classes they were getting canceled. People weren't going to classes. I'm like, dude, I wish Trump was as scary as you think he is, because he's not.
One of my classes was almost canceled with the results, but it was 2 days after the election, and they were like, "No, we're gonna go to class today, we're gonna talk." Um, and we so it was my global feminisms class, and we actually ended up just talking about the election for about 50 of the 80 minutes instead of what we needed to do that day. But it was a really good time, and it was a nice safe space for everyone to give their opinion and, like, how they are feeling about the election.
Oh my god. Okay. What are you gonna get at the convenience store?
No idea.
You don't know? I'm gonna see if they have my favorite snack, or one of my favorite snacks. Because I know I don't want no bagel, or coffee,
That's fair.
or tea, or pastry. What else does this place have? Soup? We're not gonna have soup. I don't want to be slurping on camera. I've never bought anything from this store.
Me either.
All right, that's something in common. We know that the store is full of shit,
Yep.
too expensive, and it's not fashion. It's not fashionable.
No.
Maybe I'm not one to talk though.
No, I feel like it's a lot of really expensive sneakers.
Sneakers.
Yeah, specifically. I'm like, I'm good. Oh, this is fun.
See, yeah, this place is just called Slush Puppy.
But that's because my family loves football for some reason.
Well, we watched it because our Texas team was on. So, but we didn't really pay. Only like 3 people paid attention to it. The rest of us were just kind of doing something else.
I do have to say I'm a New York Giants fan, sadly.
Was that the other team?
Yep.
Oh, they're from here.
Yep.
I'm very good at keeping up with football, as you can tell.
Yeah. You really know your football.
Stuff. Okay.
No.
What's with this dimpy little table right here?
Okay.
This dimpy table.
I feel like when it comes to coffee places, it should be an all-day kind of thing for breakfast.
I'm sorry.
I feel like when it comes to coffee places, it should be all-day breakfast, in my opinion. Because
I don't know. Whenever I see people like Dunkin' at Shine at like 11, I get a little pretentious. I'm like, oh, I wake up earlier than them, and I don't need my coffee. Yeah, absolutely disgusting food.
I can't even have like most of the breakfast stuff either because I'm allergic to eggs.
You're allergic to eggs. You're not missing out. He thinks my name is George. Like averages out. And I like to flirt with him like, hey, it's me, George. And
I'm
because
more
not
considering
changing
minor
anything is
just
the status
because
quo,
I want to
if nothing passes the
become a
status quo.
family lawyer.
So, single mother stuff. Your mother didn't didn't date or anything, right?
Did what?
Did she date or anything, or?
She did a couple of times. There was one guy that she started dating when I was like 3. He lived with us for about 2 or 3 years, I think. Then she tried to throw him out. She actually did throw him out in June. He wouldn't leave until August though, but he decided to leave like 3 days before my birthday. I was just like, really, man? You doing this right now? That's so weird. And then the other guy that she was with, she was just like, okay, I'm not gonna like bring him into my daughter's life right away. I'm gonna like keep him away. And then he ended up cheating on her with another woman who had a child because he just desperately wanted children, and that was it.
See, my mom remarried. I mean, my mom and my dad divorced when I was 1, so I don't remember a damn thing.
Yeah.
She remarried another guy. He had a daughter who was my stepsister now, pretty much. and then they divorced, and I don't have much to say about him other than he's kind of a he was relatively normal, at least for like the place we were. Like, it wasn't really a rich place. Now he's a loser.
It's a good gift for someone you know like Subway.
Yeah. Or I'll just make it if I'm wrong about his birthday, it could be someone else's. I'll just give it to him at the end of your banquet.
My friends and I, we do think there should be a Subway scented candle.
A what?
A Subway scented candle.
That sounds fucking cool.
Yeah.
There's a new student organization on campus. They're not official yet, but like I'm doing the paperwork for them. They'll be official by spring. They're called the Fragrance Club.
Oh.
So they can make a Subway scent.
Yeah. No, because I feel like it'd be a good marketing campaign for Subway as well. And just.
And the second one was too expensive. It's like $40 alone. Whereas this came with one of these two.
Oh.
Or no, it came with like this, or like one of these guys. And so he wasn't on the list, but I actually really like this one coincidentally.
Yeah.
Maybe not top 10, but still up there.
Maybe top 15.
Maybe. I know that.
I don't know if you've ever heard of the political compass test.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, so it's basically a test that just asks you a variety of questions. Some of them like based on policy, some of them based on like personality. And essentially it just gives you like a ranking of where you fall on the political spectrum. It's a scale of like authoritarian, libertarian, and then left and right, so it'll place you like in any of these quadrants.
Oh, this one. Made by some Scandinavian guy. I know this test. I do know this test. I think this one's full of it. I think it's very loaded. Abortion, when a woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal.
Strongly disagree with that.
If a parent doesn't want a child, they're not going to be a good parent. Disagree.
I'd always support my country whether it's wrong or right. There are chances where I would, even if we were more in the wrong, disagree.
Would you do the best for your country, no matter how bad it was? That's why I like to see it. So I'm going to say strongly agree.
A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. Strongly agree.
The socialization of homosexual couples thus far into modern society is not working. So no.
Now, we're going to see your knee-jerk responses to these questions. I'm going to put a timer on, and each of you is going to have 30 seconds. And after you both go, I'm going to simply ask, did your opinion on this question change? Yes or no? We'll move on. I'd always support my country, whether it was right or wrong. Lily.
So that one I definitely went back and forth on. And I remember that question specifically because I feel like in certain situations I could support the country if they were doing something wrong, but only very certain situations where most of the time I would not. So it's a disagree, but it's a very light disagree. Like, it's not set in stone.
All right.
Not yet. Cruz, go.
All right. When I read this question, I made it about your like goal of the country. Do you love this country? Do you want to fix it with what you're trying to do? And of course, I think everyone should love their country. Everyone should be devoted to fixing it and staying adhered to what makes it so great and what it gives to them.
Mm-hmm.
The big problem, like if you say I'm not going to support my
10
country,
seconds.
it's that like you're not bound to your country. You're bound to what you want, and I think that's very disingenuous and untrustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. Cruz, did your opinion on this change at all?
After what Lily said,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say no.
Lily, did your opinion change?
No.
Nah.
No.
No.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No. It's hard where the line is because your morals are definitely important, but there's a weird line somewhere, and I'm not exactly sure where it is.
Gen Z is very fervent on making things a moral issue, but you shouldn't integrate it as a part of your judgment. don't like pancakes.
Okay. My only parameter is that I can't have, like, regular eggs.
What does that mean?
Like, I can't have, like, scrambled eggs or something, but I can have, like, eggs in, like, pancake batter and stuff like that.
I got hash browns. I love hash browns. I devour hash browns. Check if they're toastable or microwavable. Gluten-free only. Alright, I won't use that. I don't know what has gluten. I don't know what gluten is besides bread. I'm not taking any risks.
I know gluten is basically in so much because one of my friends who I'm probably living with next year is gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, sugar-free, and like 7 other things still.
Is their skin green and do they have any teeth?
They do, but that... Grab these two.
Do you check on those? Yeah, that's the sound of it.
Should I spray this pan or should it be fine?
Do we have canola oil?
I do not know. You looked at the oils. Second time? Or?
Are they soft? Are they crunchy? How do you like your waffles?
I'm good, however, honestly. I mean, technically they were probably edible frozen too, but not the best choice.
I don't want that level of edibility. I want a lot of edibility.
This plate is all that, so I'm gonna grab a big towel. Special.
Wonderful.
9:27, so what's that? 2 7-minute one?
I like stop explaining. Stop explaining. Looking cool at least.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a chance to say I'm on TV, I'm gonna say it even if I'm really not.
Yeah.
Because I love being on. I want to be on TV. It is a dream. It is a dream.
I hope that happens for you.
What's your dream?
A lot of my dream is to like help people when it comes to like family law and stuff like that. That's why I'm trying to pursue it.
Well, I mean like a Lucky Gambit dream. Call it that.
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe it'd be to like be on Broadway one day. Never gonna happen. I have no reason to be on Broadway, but
Performing?
performing, yeah, or backstage. But either way, it is a dream, even though that literally will never happen.
That's a dream of a lot of my coworkers.
Yeah.
A lot of my coworkers are like theater types.
Yep.
Did you ever get breakfast?
Yeah, it was great. How was yours?
Thank you for making the hash browns.
Yes.
I doubt I could have made them better, to be honest. Probably would have put them in the toaster and they would have just crumbled.
Nice meeting you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Yes.
I guess I'll see you later at one point or another.
We'll probably see each other during here.